All right. Ah. So, having climbed our tower high, going through various trials, it seemed to be testing among creatures that are investigating, and then ruins that just seem forgotten. Some corrupted just with age and time and have lost their way, and others seemingly having um, not been affected by the Umbra, but gone mad over time. Things that had a purpose that has been lost through damage to other structures, whatnot. Our heroes have now just gone in a room with thrones and braziers with a stone planter that seems to have revitalized and um, made a bit of energy that they were able to scoop out and ignite something in their seed. Currently, leaving the rest of these small energy motes that seem to have a bit of weight to them within the stone basin or planter. Still within this room, with the cracked ceiling above, in which Grim was stabbed with a rapier. What would you like to do?
Quick question: have all these floors kind of seem like they're about the same uh, floor, area, floor space? Like we're going up and the tower staying the same, or is each one the rooms kind of seem like they're changing and different?
Mostly, it really seems to match architecturally to the tower, like wherever that
Okay.
thing would be. I think at times the rooms seem a bit smaller, but those also have been more mechanical rooms where there might be things around,
Okay.
like behind that maybe makes sense, but you find that they do seem to all fit within. Like you don't get a bigger on the inside feel or anything like that.
Okay. Well,
Do,
but do you think
do we
there's anything
feel
else
like,
that we can
yeah, I
do
was gonna say, we
here?
feel like we've gotten out of this room what we need to and find the way up to the next floor?
Yeah, I think we got the seed, we got the moats. I'll just take one last sweep of the room, see if there's anything that's sticking out that we haven't touched or prodded or poked or manipulated, and kind of look for a door at the same time.
Absolutely. Um, so I think the only thing here is that there's these things that you seem to have created or energized that you are like leaving within the stone planter, I would say. But other
Oh,
than
the little
that,
motes of light.
yeah,
Oh, they haven't dissipated or anything.
no, they actually have seemed to be almost somewhat solid.
Okay, and I think I grabbed. Well, I know we put some with the seed.
See, yeah. Did you put
Um,
something in another little vial or tube or something?
yeah, I
Um,
wanted to put some in a vial and uh, pour out something that I have that
Can
I
I
don't
take
need.
my axe and just kind of run it through the like these little moats
Okay.
just to see if they cling to it, if it interacts with the axe in any way to kind of enhance the weapon. Just you know, nothing threatening. It's
Sure.
just it's just a kind of a seeing if we can use these to enhance other things besides like this.
I gotcha. Yeah, yeah. I think as you put your weapon through, they as you're just letting them kind of rest upon it, they do seem to have like a solid enough outside because they're almost like very light marbles.
Okay.
Um, and so really, a visual here is if you would think of these as like growth medium pebbles, but they're translucent light.
Okay.
Is really kind of the visual here. and then as you run your blade, if you're not trying to like really cut them, they just sort of it just moves through them without really taking anything.
Okay.
The thing is, your hand gets closer, like they kind of react a little bit, like sensing some type of life. But wherever they seem, they oddly seem almost designed to interact with something like the seed.
Right. Good. Just thought we'd check.
Yeah, no, I think that's good.
As though we could superpower our weapons. That'd be kind of
Yeah. I mean, I would say if there is...
Right, we can use these to effectively fight.
There's what's possible overall, and there's what's possible now.
Yeah, sure.
So potentially, if that was a thing you wanted to pursue, that necessarily wouldn't be out of the question. But I think, the way they're reacting with metal currently isn't necessarily their natural state.
Right. Sure. No. Yeah. Then I think if you're satisfied, we should cautiously try to find our way to the next floor, since we know there is a gentleman up there who likes to stab things.
Right. So yeah, she's just doing another perimeter walk, checking everything out.
When was interacting with this individual with the blade, did we get the sense that he was trapped between floors, or like, because you said there were vines and branches here, like, is he in that part of it, or is he physically on the next floor?
Obviously, you got the sense he was physically on the next floor.
Okay. That gives us a good indication of what to be prepared for then. All right. Was there a clear, like, stairway or another door that we could use to exit here?
All right. So, yes, as you have aligned everything here, you begin to become aware that there is a some type of, it feels like there's a movement, and you hear things like crossing, like you feel like behind the walls, and then like almost like gears or stone rubbing against stone, and then there's a click. And behind the guardian rune on the brazier there, you see it retract and get impressed into the wall, and then slide, and opens what looks like an area into a smaller room.
Okay.
So cautiously, I'll take out my axe and just have, I've had it out since we interacted with the light motes, and I'll go to take a look in this other room. To see what's there, and just kind of give it a little investigative glance before, barreling in.
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of like
Not grim.
I'm gonna try out this ring, the ring of silence. I'm gonna use a hope. We'll turn it on for the scene.
Gotcha. Remember me what that does, please.
Spend a hope to activate this ring. Your footsteps are silent until your next rest. That's the only description I got.
Yeah. So, so your footsteps don't make noise.
Super
Very
sneaky.
cool. I like it.
Says I maxed out on hope anyway, so I might as well at least burn a couple.
All right. In that case, so coming in here, this chamber seems hexagonal. The stone that the room is etched out of is blackened stone. It's very strange. This whole tower seemed to be more like constructed, and so you feel like this would have had to have been like put here and raised up in its construction. The walls are etched with glowing veins of red gold crystal, giving the feeling of petrified lava. And the air here is pulsing with heat. The center of the room is a suspended brazier made from bronze and obsidian, what almost look like teeth, hanging by delicate golden chains above a mirror-polished circle of reflective black glass. Beneath the glass, you can see these faint flames, almost like they are sleeping. And around the platform are 6 stained glass windows. Though no light passes through, you can see that there's a figure in each one, in a kind of almost in mid falling apart, if you will. One seems to be crumbling, one's melting, another one's ablaze, another one's rotting.
Man, these rooms, Eliana, do not match the outside of this tower.
Yeah, I'll take a look. Is there any of the does it match the previous room?
Oh, this does not. Oh, you mean like the stone?
The runes and anything in here that's similar to the last room, or similar to what we found at the tower, or similar. Once again, she's looking at all the symbols, sigils, runes, and seeing if there's any similarity.
Yeah, I think when you burn it away, oh, sorry, I guess when you investigate deeper here, it does seem to bear design and some elements that like on the brazier that seem to correspond with the runes that were on the outside of it.
Okay.
So, very specifically, this was the Guardian rune. And so the oath
Oh, I see what you... Okay.
of that was, I will burn away the rot that seeks to claim you.
Yep.
And if you remember, also even covered here is glory in the eternal seeds, root of light, flame of life. Spirit flows between the leaves, hear the words of the gods.
So, can we rewind one bit just about the table? Why did the Guardian room open for us? Did we do something to... Because now these relate to each of the chairs, I'm assuming. And the rooms that were
This room seems to.
Yeah, so wondering if there are not 5 other rooms then that would open up. And how did we manage to open this room?
So Guardian was one of the oaths you took as a party.
Right.
Okay.
That was yours.
Yeah.
Oh no! Wait, Guardian
That
was Grim.
our stewardship.
Yeah, Guardian was Grim.
Yeah.
That was the chairs that we sent.
Correct.
Okay, so we got I will burn away the rot that seeks to claim you. So we have a brazier sitting in the center, and we do have a appropriate glass that's got someone rotting. I don't know if that's glory in the eternal seeds, root of life, flame of life. The spirit flows between the leaves. Hear the words of the gods. So there's crumbling, melting, rotting. What are the other three?
So, sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
This is one of the things when we have to go back and forth to various notes.
Yeah.
We're like, what's this? Wait, let me go back. Oh, yep. Oh, this is kind of funny. But so I would say what I actually say here is I gave you 4, but
Yeah, I got typed down crumbling, melting, and rotting.
yeah. Oh, here we go. A blaze. So it was kind of some like burning.
Yeah.
And then I would say, given the theme of the other 4, there's always seemed to be like in this mid destruction of some type. What do you feel like the other 2 might be?
These figures that are on these stained glass windows, they don't seem to look like the party.
They seem to look what?
Like the party, like us.
No.
Okay. Just want to make sure this wasn't some ominous, this is the way you're going to die room.
Can we get to the center brazier without touching like the stained glass? Like, are they separated enough we can kind of sideways scooch through them?
Yes.
I want to get a closer look at the brazier that's hanging and the mirror on the.
And then what's in the floor?
Right, that's where the flames were on the floor.
Yeah. So, because the brazier hangs above where the blackened glass is.
I want to see if there's any oil or something in there that could be lit.
Yeah. As you come close, the brazier begins to flicker.
Okay.
And the embers within give these sharp cracks and pops. And as there's reverberations from them, it comes together to make a voice. If you would carry light through shadow, burn falsehood from your heart, step forward with what cannot be taken from you.
You want to read that again for me?
Of course.
Or throw a cut and paste.
I will. Yeah, well, you're good.
That's
You're
easier.
good. Good. We have a lot of reading and comprehensive. I love it. No, it's totally cool.
I just like having it just to so I can get my brain to go, okay, that's what he said, and this is what. All right.
Yeah, if you would carry light through shadow, burn falsehood from your heart, step forward with what cannot be taken from you.
We're stepping forward. Is there still a few steps we can take towards the brazier?
I mean, ultimately, not without getting on the glass, but you
Okay.
could get on the glass.
Bring the eternal seed through the life flame of life. The spirit flows between the leaves. Hear the words of the gods. Oh.
So I will flare up my hands and take a step forward towards the brazier. I guess that would put me on the glass.
Mm-hmm.
But with my hands now, with their white beads,
Yeah.
kind of giving off that light, because this is something that can't be taken from me.
Oh, your beam, your light.
Yeah,
Yeah, beacon beam.
Okay.
and start to slowly reach out towards the brazier, not quite touching it yet, just putting a hand out to it. Almost like and at will, if I need to, fire one of my bolt beacons into it, but
Gotcha.
not being threatening.
Sure. You're saying this light that you carry cannot be taken from you. I will say, within the reflection, as we can look on, what backs up your character's light, like an inner belief, or like why they believe this so hard? This mirror will reflect the truth of that statement by essentially showing either why that commitment that enables you to harness this power can be fragile and broken, or the strength of it, if it is truly that strong. So what do we see in this reflection?
So you will see Garen using this power to heal and to light up darkness. You will see Garen not being afraid like he had been through all his years with the Dawn Keepers, while still providing help, but never really tapping into his innate abilities. Always afraid to let them show in the past. But now you almost see him going through these stages in his life where he is becoming more and more steady and powerful in a helping way, not in a takeover kind of way. So him being a leader is what you're seeing as Garen grows to become more and more comfortable in his belief and in his faith, and not afraid to hide it away from the darkness that has taken over the land.
With that, the flames seem to ignite beneath the glass, flare up through it. And Eliana, from your point, you see them completely cover Garen. And in the instant, they extinguish and go back to their quiet rumbling beneath.
Garen, you're right.
I think so.
Beneath
It's
your
a flame.
feet, Garen, a rune appears.
Oh, okay.
And it's in the script where both of you would be fairly common with it.
Okay.
And it simply means fire remembers.
That was somewhere else.
So basically, it was kind of like a magical fire. Didn't set him on fire. He's not smoking. He's not
Yeah, it was one of those
Shadows
things
weren't burnt.
where the feeling was that they could have lasted longer. It's like kind of heat transference, right? It just was too quick to transfer heat.
Yeah.
So it was this show of what did and tested.
Do you feel any different?
No,
Don't look any different.
I feel totally fine. It's almost as if it wanted to consume me, but then couldn't. That whatever I have in as a belief and as a want or a desire, it knows is true in my heart. At least I hope that I'm reading that right now.
Yeah. Well, makes sense. I will burn away the rot that seeks to claim you, and glory in the seeds, root of light, flame of light, spirit flows. Who would carry light through shadow,
falsehood.
burn falsehood from your heart, step forward with what cannot be taken from you. Yeah.
I'm guessing that if I had not been true, it would have burned me.
This adventure has been quite a faith journey for you.
It has been. That's what I needed most. That's why I was out. To be honest with you, with the disillusionment of the Dawn Keepers. Yeah, I was out trying to find myself when that spider took me. So this has been a journey of inner peace, but more so finding this faith now that will help us with your knowledge of the Umbra and what's happened. Maybe we'll be able to eventually burn this away.
I hope so. Oh,
Did the stained glass windows change at all? Especially the one that was burning?
Indeed, that one itself, and now looking at them, you can see it it has a script appear upon itself. It's phrased in a question. What will you surrender?
and that was on one of the. Was that on the Ablaze one?
Yes.
All right. What are you going to surrender there, Gary? This is your test.
Darren is going to take the axe off his back and place it in the brazier as a sign of showing that he no longer needs or wants an offensive weapon, that he is quite capable and comfortable with being a defensive helping person moving forward, that he will not aim to take lives with a blade, but he will heal and defend with the light.
Golden fire emerges from the brazier to consume, you think, the club, but it almost transforms it. You see it reshaping rather than being destroyed into what almost looks like a golden coal. and some of the light of it, kind of embers, come off and rest on your shoulders, which would relieve a stress, and you could gain a hope.
I do both, or just one or the other?
Both, actually.
Okay.
And
Nice.
as this happens, obviously you kind of feel the room waiting, I think, for Eliana.
Yeah, I knew you. All right. You win, room. I guess she'll take a step forward. Maybe she gets a different question.
All right. So, yeah. So you step forth, and so if you remember, the base question would be the same, which was, ultimately, if you would carry light through
Yeah.
shadow, burn faucet from your heart, step forward with what cannot be taken from you. So what do you step forward with?
Oh, let's see. She approaches, and in her heart is her parents, adoptive parents. Her father, teaching her magic, and because he's a wizard and mom's a druid, so she taught Eliana that compassion and understanding for others, by taking care of the plants and the world around you. And that combination of both gave her that understanding of the magic that's within her, the light that's within her. And as she grew up and changed and met the people in the keep where they live and the townsfolk, and being part of a collective group, she grew to understand the light, and that is her driving passion. But at the same time, that there is that weakness that she's doesn't know really her origins as much, being in Furnace, and that call every once in a while to the Umbra, that pull that's still there, that kind of flickered in the last room. It definitely is that's a truth in her heart that she's afraid of. But what can't be taken from her is that hope she can be better, that light through all of this, near deaths, actual deaths. she's managed to still pull through it all. So that's what can't be pulled from, is that hope, that light.
Hmm. There was something to go for. Yeah. And so all that is reflected, this truth, that you will fight for it. And what's more, it blazes up the golden flames. Not long enough to...
Did it feel good or bad? Did it feel?
It was just. I would say it felt like real heat, but it just was so quick that it didn't do anything. It seemed to be a judging, as though it went through your body so fast to test but not consume. And
How did it look from my perspective? Did it?
yeah, from yours, just looked like it fully encompassed her. This moment. And beneath your feet, a rune that means fire illuminates. And underneath the window that melts, a question appears. What truth do you fear?
What's a new truth? What she's absolutely terrified of is that vision she had where she was kind of the dark Ellie. She's terrified of that. That is a nagging. If we're going to go on the seed theme, that seed still sits in the back of her head, not knowing where it comes from. Although she's had for another opportunity, she's got a recurring nightmare that hasn't happened since she's been on this adventure, which is interesting. That end up being overcome by the Umbra and end up using all of this knowledge and magic and power that she's eventually gains to be that final piece that may just destroy the world. She's terrified.
And with that, the coal within the brazier burns even brighter. And floats from this brazier, and you can see quickly passes over your heads and places itself in the stone planter, and now burns with golden light among the motes. As it passes, its light shines upon kind of the ceiling, and you see it mixed with the obsidian and the fire crystal. It's orange, gold, and black. And an image is reflected. It moves as if a vision. It shows a city lit by what appears to be a sacred flame. Civilization. It's around along the walls where the flame has a harder time reaching. You can see bits of ice and snow. You can see people walk even near the flame, a bit huddled up. And the vision keeps moving. What appears to get the sense of north of the city, showing a massive stone head that seems to be formed out of the mountains. And within the empty eyes, you swear you almost see small motes of gold fire. And as the mote kind of ceases to be in the room and exits, the walls whisper gently, "The traitor to their kind, who left us the branches. May help the seed. And with that, the vision fades. What would you like to do?
Ileana, did you recognize the city?
I don't know. Did I recognize the city?
I think for New Mexico, I don't think you've been up there.
Okay. I didn't know if I could throw in the whole Loreborn.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and give me a.
I mean, we'll justify it from maybe this is something that my parents talked about on a grand adventure when their younger days or something.
Okay, I like that. So you're kind of going by the tales and things. I like that.
Yeah, when he was doing his wizardly ways, or mom had to go do something with druidic, and so somehow that might have piqued my interest.
Yeah, let's do it.
That's in 8, 11. Wait, what am I rolling against? Is this knowledge?
It's knowledge, yes.
Okay. So it's a 12, but with
12 with hope, you
Fear.
said? Fear. 12
Fear.
with fear. Okay.
Stop giving him fear.
I know. Well, I mean, I could change it to marked stress, but I'll say that for.
Yeah, I think so. With this, you across specific because the features here or the sea almost appears to be in like a valley, and you recall tales of the dark valley. Of how the sun doesn't seem to shine. Like your dad would talk wandering there. Of it is a land where the sun cannot reach. It's pure black. And there's the one city there called the Crater of Light.
Ah. That's the second vision we've had about this.
What is it?
Yep. Oh, I don't remember. I have to go back through the notes to figure out where we heard about the Cradle of Light before, but I know we heard
I
about
haven't heard that since I've been with.
Time for a refresher on it.
Yeah, I had to dig back through again. I know we've seen it. You have to do a search in my notes for Cradle.
Yeah. And I would say you did hear of. Okay. Did you hear of the idea or the legends of that sometimes when the light would catch just right, especially on like a festival night when people would light additional flames, or lightning would strike, they could see the stone face off many hundreds of miles away be illuminated.
So this city doesn't seem to be affected by the Umbra. Is that?
Well, it has
It has a seed, a beacon,
well, it's a branch.
a branch. Yeah.
Okay.
So it seems to have something that's fueled by a branch, and so these civilizations fueled by branches are able to be protected by from the Umbra. So you'd be familiar with these. You came from one at some point. I know. So we started our game in one. I guess we haven't been in one since.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
have
we've only
not.
been in darkness since I've joined.
So
Through the Bone Cleft Keep, we have not seen another branch.
yeah. And so the thing here is that there's a limited number of branches, And the hope of the seed has so far been that more could be made.
Gotcha.
That is kind of the quest that we've picked up through the lore.
I'm going to step away for 2 seconds.
Let's see.
But as you kind of like, as you remember this, there is, it seems as though the ceiling reacts to you kind of coming back to this as you stand here and think. And reflected almost in this 360 pattern all around you suddenly is the face. And the golden motes that sit lie deep turn balefully red.
Wait, so we're seeing if is that the face from that the city's looking at, or is this just a face around?
The stone face that the city was looking at.
Okay.
That
And
same. And it turns,
you said-
and the eyes turn kind of this baleful red.
Okay.
Cool.
And there is this wave, like you can feel thick physical hatred and bitterness emerge from it.
Looking
Yeah.
at us specifically.
I mean, yeah, you kind of feel that way. And it's almost like the windows and the brazier and everything grows dim, not of their own accord, but as if being stifled from the sudden presence that seems to have just been made aware of you.
Oh, that's not...
And you, in this moment, see a form, grotesque, misshapen, that looks like it's being formed out of this pure animosity. Just like in waves, almost like heat, as though it's being pushed together, but it's not complete just yet in front of you. You have moments. What do you want to do?
When we were in the other room, did there appear to be another exit out?
I would say when you came in before, you did not see a quick way to exit from the central chamber.
Right. I'm talking about the room that opened that we were just in.
Oh, it's one way in, one way out.
So this face that we saw that was looking at the city is now looking to us and starting to physically form in the middle of the room.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
form something. Yeah.
Yeah, out of pure hatred.
Yeah.
Let's not set that one aside. Pure hatred.
Yes, which would also then say, Eliana, that we are on the right track. This thing is clearly not happy with us,
Well,
but we
no.
should probably not be here.
yeah, we should
continues to
get
form.
out of the room. Is the doorway still open to the throne room?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think we should.
Oh, are we
back
still
up.
in the chamber with the brazier?
Yes.
Oh, I
We
thought
haven't left.
I thought the coal went out into the middle of the. Okay.
It did. You guys just didn't leave the room. This whole scene kind of happened as it was leaving, and it showed all this. And
So
Yeah, that
this
was-
vision that we're seeing of the city and its face is still in the room with the brazier, not in the central.
correct.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, the moat moving was kind of during your turn. So when I had to step forward, it was after that had happened. So we were still kind of in the room.
Oh, so it hates you. Got it.
Yeah, I guess, hey, I liked you. I started shit again because I'm good
Yeah.
at that.
So I got a nice glowing coal that relieved my stress and gave me a hope. You got an evil face that hates you. Is that what how things have been breaking down?
Hey, that's the story of my life, man. I'm so bright. They got to put me out.
I got you. All right, so can we leave the brazier room then and see if we can't shut this? I mean, I don't imagine that we want to stay here, and especially if there's no way out.
Well, so that's kind of what I was thinking. I was going to throw up a Veil of Night and kind of give us a wall that we can hide behind. It doesn't benefit you anyway, except for it wouldn't be able to see through it unless it can see. I don't know how this works for magic. You're considered hidden to adversaries on the other side of the wall, and you have advantage on attacks you make through the darkness, but the veil remains until I cast another spell. So I'm just going to kind of cast this to give us kind of a camouflage as we back into the other room, and hopefully can close the door.
Right.
And try to avoid this thing. So I'll cast Veil of Night. So I need a spell cast roll of a 13 or better. And then I'm going to cast it so the little half circle of the wall basically covers our door out. And is that making sense?
Okay, say it again for me.
So I have Veil of Night. I'm going to cast it so it'll basically obscure both of us. I don't know how it's going to work with having people behind it, because it says you create a temporary curtain of darkness between 2 points within far range. Only you can see through the darkness. You're considered hidden to adversaries on the other side of the wall, and you have advantage on attacks you make through the darkness. But the veil remains until you cast another spell. So I'm going to cast this Veil of Darkness to give us a cover while we go into the other room and hopefully close the door before this thing completely forms. But Garen's going to be behind it. So basically, I'm using the darkness of the room to kind of give us an out. I got to make my spell cast roll. Not quite getting it. What do I need to clarify?
No, you're good. So yeah, you're going in. Go ahead and make your spellcast roll.
Yes. So 15, but that's with hope. 15 with hope.
Okay. Then yeah, I think so. You're using your darkness to cover the doorway.
Yeah, I'm throwing up this wall of darkness to basically block our leaving. So hopefully it doesn't see us. We can get the door closed, and maybe this guy won't.
Yeah, absolutely. So you quickly go through as you feel this being made, and you rush out into the room. At this point, hopefully buying yourself some time. What would you like to do next?
Can Garen go over to the brazier and where the coal had landed and I want to touch it to see if it's hot, to see if I can pick it up. Because this was my axe, right? This is what my axe turned into. Is that right?
What your axe?
When I put my axe in the brazier.
Yes.
Okay, so I want to go over and see if I can touch it to see if it's hot, see if I can pull it out of these where it had landed from inside the.
Yeah, absolutely. So you go to grab it. It seems warm, but it doesn't seem to be burning.
Okay. Is there any kind of resistance in trying to pull it out of there? Do the motes of light kind of interact like it wants to keep it there, or does it come kind of freely? So
I would say it feels like it's at home there. You do feel like you could pull it out.
I don't want to upset more stuff in this room. So, okay. That's the last thing I wanted to do. I'll leave it there for now.
All right.
I did kind of go over and kind of pull on it, but if I felt any kind of resistance, I'll just, like you said, I'll leave it there in its spot.
And I'm trying to touch or maneuver or whatever to reverse what it did that
to open the door.
Whatever we did that opened it in the
Yeah.
first place behind the guardian seat. I'm going to do whatever, pull, tug, whatever to get that plate the door to slide and close, if I can.
Okay. So, all right, looking at that, so you're just going to try to like tug hard at the plate is what you're trying to do?
Well, however, did we do anything actually to open it, or just kind of open on its
Yeah,
own?
I just thought it opened.
It seemed to open on its own.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm going to try and see if there's, a switch or a floor plan stomping around on the floor. See if there's a way that'll kind of close it. I hope.
Can we, since Ileana cast this magical darkness, can we see through it into the other room, or is it also obscure?
So it's just the wall. So it's in the other room. We basically can't see into that room now. You can't, because it's only I'm the only one who can see through the darkness.
No, that's fine. I just wanted to see if we could see it. I was going to try to keep an eye on whatever was going on over there while you're doing that. But if we can't see it, then
yeah, you cannot see through it, and it cannot see me.
I will just stand next to Ileana. I've now taken my shield since I don't have my axe anymore, and just have it up, prepared for if anything comes out of that door.
Okay, so you're ready as she's trying to pull here. All right. And so what are you specifically trying to manipulate, Ileana?
Well, if there was, I was looking to see if there was like any other, like, floor button, a wall button, a sconce, or something to be able to close that thing. Are there handles to be able to pull this? I mean, I know it kind of opened on its own, but there's got to be a way to make it come back.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I think like you're trying to think of this wanting to seal.
So detecting magic, however, whatever.
Absolutely. And I think at this point, there's this feeling of that you think you can manipulate the planter now that it has the coal and the motes of light in it. And so there's a like kind of pushing your will through it. So it would be a spellcast.
Okay.
To attempt to do that. You kind of, because of this, you feel this connection kind of reaching out to you. So I imagine there's like lines of light, of flame that seem to kind of curl around your fingers as you desire this, that you feel like you can try to tug on to get the room to kind of behave the way you'd like it to behave.
Okay, I rolled 3, 17 with hope.
All right. And with that, you pull, and as this thing begins like pushing through your darkness, you can see it's still partially formed, trying to reach out with what almost looks like bladed fingers.
Shut the door! Shut the door!
The wall starts to push back, and it moves. It tries to like, I guess, leap forward quickly, but it's not completely formed, so it kind of falls and tries to crawl as the thing locks and shuts. And you just hear this heavy scrape on the other side.
Okay, we need to find a way out of here.
I agree.
If our way out of here is through the other room, we're screwed.
No, there was nothing over there. Remember, we checked that room. There's no way out of that room. So one of these other rooms needs to be opened, whether it's my stewardship or your scribe. We need to figure out how to get out of here without causing too much more trouble.
Yeah.
Because that was Grimm's Guardian, right? That's what that room was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Did you
Guardian. And I would say here, as you connect, Ileana, I'd say in addition, you feel like you have access to information.
Oh, cool.
And you get the sense that this was the only room in this section. And there's, like, ultimately, as you're seeing the different thrones, they have different architectures, different feels, and it seems that the whatever would activate and where their ultimate elements would be elsewhere other than the tower, maybe within the world.
So there's some connection between these. What I'm feeling here. So Guardian's here, and that would make sense for the tower if it's a shield. So like, there's another place that would be Scribe, another place that would be. That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
Cool. Dig it. I'll pass on the knowledge to Garen. So I'm getting some funny vibes.
Okay.
I think that this is for these 6. It seems like this focus of this was Guardian. That maybe the other thrones may be connected into other places about the world. Like there's a place for the Scribe, and that might be in the Athenium, because that's where all the library is. Maybe there's a place for the stewards, and that we'll find those rooms when we get to those ancient places. So it doesn't help us in our current situation, but
So we
it is
got
helping them out.
6 though, right? There's 6
Like
chairs.
there's no other rooms, and somewhere in my list I'm pretty sure I have all 6 of them written down. I just don't.
It's Stewardship,
back.
Guardian, Healer, Scribe. I don't have the other 2.
For all of them?
Yeah.
Yeah. That for you. So, yep. So it's Guardian, Bearer, Healer, Voice, Steward, Scribe.
Voice and Bearer. Did we get the name of the guy up in the ceiling? Was that Varstrata? Was that his name? Strata.
Yes.
I am going to look up at the ceiling and call out his name. And
All right, I'm missing one of the thrones: Guardian, Bearer, Healer, Scribe, Steward, and what?
Voice.
Voice. Okay, thank you.
And call out his name and ask if he needs any assistance on his floor. By also telling and implying that, not implying, but telling him that we are no threat to him. We're here to help, and if we can offer him any assistance, we are happy to do so.
Yeah, Veristratha was the name.
Yeah.
And you hear the voice, and the voice comes back. I think between our two wills, I can open a way.
Yeah, that would be very helpful for us. And then in return, we would be able to help you out in any way that we could.
Anyway, I like the sound of that.
I placed my shield on my back, and now I've got no weapons in hand. Just kind of have my hands out. It's kind of a gesture of friendship. However that works.
Yeah.
And I give a side eye to Grim, like, stand down. Even though he's not here.
Oh, absolutely. And with that, there's almost this connection as though you want to get up and they would like you up, and there's a movement here. And you see partial wall that doesn't have any marks upon it open, revealing a staircase up. As it does, there is daylight that seems to pour through. And with it, you can almost see dripping down the steps gray mists of Umbra.
We will. Ellie, you got everything you need out of this room?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. I think it's time we head out before we make something else mad.
Yeah, like the guy upstairs.
So I will flare out my hands a little bit and cautiously start to walk up the steps. And as this, I really am going to pay attention to see if the Umbra mist interacts with my light. I'm almost using my hands kind of as beacons. It's torches, I guess is a better word. To kind of sway them back and forth to see if the Umbra moves around me or away from me as I climb up these stairs.
Gotcha. As you go to come up, you feel it's much like what is normal outside. So far in the tower, it has been this strange feeling where the growing darkness cannot touch, a feeling you've only had while you've been near flames of the sacred branch. And then once more, it's that the feeling of yourself being pulled to darkness, of things not feeling quite right, and itchiness on your skin comes with this like dropping mist.
So it doesn't move away from me.
No.
Move through it.
Yeah.
All right, and then I think we're going to have to move fast up these steps.
Yeah. Let's get up these stairs and meet Strata in person. Hopefully he's alone.
Yeah, so I guess we'll move up a little bit more quickly then. I was hoping that we could kind of pace ourselves through it, and as it would kind of part out of our way, but I think we just have to go.
All right. So pushing up, then you come and can see what looks like wrecked stone ruins that collapsed floors. As well as upon the floor now, a gently glowing golden seal as you come up.
Do we see Strata at all?
You see this individual. Their immediate gender hard to determine. Very androgynous. Sitting, it seems, on this pile of rubble that looks like it has been put into a throne. You now are in open air. You can look down and you can see some of the hordes outside on the base of the tower. And as they sit there, you also see two these huge mutated bats, like the ones you had fought. And they look at you. Ah. Well, so the murderers of my pets have finally surfaced.
I think there's been a misunderstanding.
I smelled blood upon you as much as I smelled your blood upon the survivor's claws. It tasted exquisite, and I had to meet the people to whom produced such a thing.
You have to understand, we were only trying to survive. We were not intentionally trying to harm. I hope that you can appreciate that.
They did attack us first.
Let's not assign blame, Ellie.
Just say it. We apologize deeply for the loss of your children. She's wadding up cloth to put back in her ears. So there's nothing above us. It's just wide open space.
That's why the mist is going down the steps.
I'm just making sure.
So the feeling here again is that you're in the midst of rubble, as though what was left of the floors has been destroyed.
Yeah,
Likely, that was the crash you heard.
Right.
Was that destruction?
Great.
There are possibly interesting things in the rubble, but not that you have a chance to look at right now.
I know, right?
Pardon us while we search this rubble.
You're like, just a second.
Yeah, just hold on. Hold your thoughts. So when we tell him this, when Ellie apologizes and I say we were just trying to survive, we didn't mean to intentionally harm. What's their vibe? What I know we can't tell gender, but what is their species or race? I forget what Daggerheart calls them.
The ancestry, right? And
yeah, ancestry. Thank you.
Yeah, I think as you gaze upon them, you can see their form. They're devoid of any type of hair upon their head. Their ears pointed. The rest of their features almost like perfectly smooth. And their eyes flicker. Not calling you to anything overly specific. Maybe elf, maybe human, but definitely mutated in some way or changed from whatever they were. And you can see that their nails on their fingers are long, about 3 inches, and come to sharp points. And their teeth are sharp, each one coming to a point as they speak. Irises are red. Their eyes. And they seem to have clothed themselves in this mixture of black and gold fabrics that, well, it seems old and faded in color, do seem like they've been sewn and kept up. And what I'll ask is a presence roll, please. I would say from Garen, and then Elion, it's up to you if you want to spend a hope for help, because you're definitely helping.
Oh, Yeah, I'll help. Sure. What am I helping with?
It would be this conversation with the roll of presence.
Oh,
You say, how do they react? I'm like, well, you got to make a presence roll. Let's
Cool,
decide how this goes.
Fair enough.
It's an
I
8
spent- I
with
spent-
fear.
Is that with hope? With your help? That's an Evangel, right? D6.
Yeah.
Oh, get an extra d6. Hold on. Oh, there's a 6, so 14.
Okay. That makes a difference.
Yeah.
That's 14 with hope?
14 with fear. Sorry.
With fear. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Oof, 8 to 14. That's a good help. All right. I like it.
Yeah, I got. Thank you, Addy.
See how helpful I am?
I do.
Yeah. Shratha leans forward as they kind of look over. Innocence.
Oh, I should have used my stupid. Always forget. Big roll.
Very innocent indeed. Kind of licks their lips a little bit. Or sorry, licks their lips a little bit. And that interests me indeed. So, you've made it through the tower. It has judged you worthy. And you wish to make it up to me what you've done to my poor darlings.
I don't know if we said that.
There you go. We shall make this simple then. The kind of eyes dart around you. You still seem incomplete. You've not been made masters of this place. But it definitely believes in you. In the ruins, there is a chamber with similar protections. Somewhere within it is some property of mine that some thieves stole from me. Now, that is twice intruders have made a victim of me. So, it's only right that if we were to call all of this even, you can go and rectify that.
We can certainly try. If we will give it our best effort. What could you elaborate on what we were looking for?
Oh, yes. It's a crown. A medal that I'm sure you wouldn't recognize, but set within it are 7 jewels. If you descend into that and bring back, I guess we can bring it out of there. We can call our, what did you say? Misunderstanding
Certainly.
solved.
Would you, again, hope this isn't asking too much, be able to ensure that we were able to get out of the tower into the ruins safely so that we could find your crown?
I think for a moment.
We'd hate to have more misunderstandings piled on.
I suppose. Actually, yeah, give me another present, sir. Actually,
Now this.
All right, I'm gonna roll. No, Garen has an Orborn dedicated roll that he can use a D20 as my hope die once per short rest. So I have a feeling that this roll is going to be pretty important. So I'm going to use that.
okay. Just say I just wanted to check in with Eliana. Seemed like they might have something.
Oh, go ahead, Eliana. Sorry.
Well, I was just. So he said the crown's in the tower.
No,
Or
no.
ruins.
They're in the ruins in a section they cannot go.
Oh,
It has similar
Yeah.
protections to the tower.
Back to the ruins.
oh, we have to go there and then bring it back. Okay, got it.
That's not necessarily back here. You just have to give it to them.
All right, I'm gonna roll. And as Garen does this under his breath, he's
I'll give him. I'll pop over another hope. What the hell?
another hope. Okay.
So he's
Yeah, he's mumbling to himself. He's got this little phrase that says, that's duty, almost something to the effect of duty will restore the light. So, meaning that he helps this person out, they will help us out, and maybe we can restore this light. Oh, that is a 20. That's actually a 31 with hope. I rolled a 20 on my D20. So, 31 with hope.
nice.
Okay. I can't get you too close to it entirely, but I suppose I can get you past the wildlife on this little peninsula easy enough, since you've asked so nicely.
Any help would be appreciated. Again, we are not out to kill.
Where are we going?
Where are we going?
I'm asking him. Where are we going?
Oh, you'll find it. There's a... Within the ruins, there was a... within the crypts, there was a chapel, you see. You will recognize you'll recognize it. Stained glass, I believe, still shattered everywhere. It is there somewhere within the ruined chapel that you should find some passage. I imagine underground to a vault or something. I don't know that much. All I know is what I was able to get out of a few people. At any rate, once you find your access, you'll go down and get it. Once you leave the chapel, make it yourselves to the highest point that you can within the crypts and light a flame or light of some type, and my children will certainly tell me that you have accomplished your goal. Don't get any ideas. I have your blood scent. Now, with that, my darlings who you so ruthlessly injured, I'll have fly you over.
We appreciate that, the journey, the help there, and we will
Yeah, but now we
find.
won't be able to check out this floor. That's all right.
Above table, what they were describing, does that bring any memories to us of where we were in the crypt before at all?
No, this seems to be an unexplored piece of the crypt.
We were just talking about a channel, so I didn't know if that was that channel that we had lit up.
chapel.
Chapel. So, okay.
Yeah. And so, Chris, is Eliana saying that she wants to check out the room?
Under her breath.
Okay, so she is saying under her breath. Okay. I think that would be a thing to sometimes verify, because I think that is it. Like, I think we'll react to that if it's like.
No, I got it. Yeah, she kind of says it a lot. It's just there's a definite disappointment on her face because we're not done checking out this tower, and now we're leaving the tower. So if we're going to come back, we have to go back through all the floors again.
But not necessarily. They're going to take us to where we need to be dropped off,
and then they're just going to pick up the crown. We're going to be left.
We can attempt then at that point maybe to get a ride back. So
I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't know that she's going to let us scrounge through the rubble of this place while she just sits there. I mean, if you want to try to maybe sneakily look around while I'm speaking with her, that's maybe something you can accomplish while we're having this conversation. But I don't. We're at the top of the tower. It's completely open. There's no way up. We're at the top.
I know. But there was more top. No, I'm fine.
Yeah, I think if you'd like, I mean, this is something. I think if your characters want to make like as you're making your movements here and looking about, she's not necessarily. I think the feel here is not necessarily opposed, but she is not going to wait hours or
Yeah.
So you're free to maybe look at something or
we can just ask: are we okay to look around the rubble to see if there's anything that might help us as we move forward to get your crown?
She'll respond. She just goes, I won't wait all day. You can have a few minutes.
All right, Liana, do your thing.
I guess to kind of put it back in the story, instead of just standing there, she's just kind of slowly, nonchalantly walking around, just kind of extending out, with feeling for any magic or anything that might still be in here, looking for if there's runes, just to put into her memory, anything that she can gather from the rubble, just to make sure we're not leaving something behind.
Yeah.
We worked so hard to get up here. It's like, damn it, I don't want to leave now.
Yeah.
Your trials and tribulations many. We have made it to the top of the tower, and
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. It's the decisions, we're doing negotiation and all these things. So I think what we're doing is we'll work together a little bit here. So what I'll describe here is, as you look around, as Eliana kind of touches, I mean, there are various things that give off these magical auras. Like, there are things in this tower. You sense that what draws your attention is to a device that seemed to be at the tip top of the tower that now has fallen kind of through and is cracked. That seems to be a brazier that has this mirror with runes that specifically have the Arcana or Ether signature to them.
Anything?
That really, like, as we look at it, gives us the feeling of like a powerful like lighthouse apparatus.
Right.
Such that, like, your brain immediately goes to the power that could be harnessed should like sacred fire be put into here. Like projecting safety,
Right.
which is not something that is able to be done right now.
No, we have to fix it. That's okay.
Well, I say like and is unheard of in the current age that you find
Oh.
yourself in.
Yeah, but it melds with what she thinks this thing's supposed to do, and with all the other little machination sort of things. It's like, okay, it's already going through her head. If we make a little tower, we put it up and hang it there, and then we could string up and then
Yeah, but it is like lost magic. You're just like, oh, like it is an impressive deal.
yeah, it's old. It's old and crusty magic. It's like, wow, this thing's dusty.
Yeah. So that's, I think, the biggest, like, this is what was up top. And
But it's not, but the brazier isn't damaged. It looks like it could still be usable at some point.
yeah, like there might be some damage, like some dents, but nothing that's like you think is beyond it. You don't think it's broken necessarily. And I think you can tell that, various things in here could be used to keep the tower, purify it, even making like this whole area more habitable. Like you could see different things that could be done should a true flame instead of like the false one by the sacrifices of those below we used.
Whoa! What? False?
Yeah, do you remember when the people that were down below, they sacrificed themselves to put out the energy? We discovered that when we first came in.
Yeah,
and I was
Put
able
out
to
the energy or to create the? I thought it was to create the energy.
Yeah, same like to put out to create. They use
Oh,
themselves
that's
instead of
Yeah.
fire, right? Instead of sacred flame, they like fueled it
Gotcha.
themselves. Is the idea?
And we had been able to light it very briefly by putting my light into the seed.
To the seed.
in
Yep.
that chamber.
Okay.
So we get this lighthouse back up and running. It will push the Umber back from this area.
Right.
But we can't take over the tower until we give this person her crown back. Yeah.
Well, and we got a lot to do before because we don't understand this magic. This is
No, true.
Is beyond my
But
ability. But
if
to
they-
come back down the line, yes, she definitely wants to come back in the future, and should she survive that long, to
I even with
reignite
Grim,
the Tower of Pharos right here.
even with Grim, I don't know that we can fight this person.
Yeah, no, we'll do the.
We are
we'll
not
do
a
the
group of
crown.
fighters.
Yeah, we'll go get the crown. I'm good with that. She just kind of smiles, a happy, all right, I get it smile. And she thanks Veristratha for giving us the few minutes. And Garrett, if you're ready, let's get the team over to the crypt and start this quest.
Yeah, absolutely. I just give a kind of a little nod and said, we are going to go get your crown.
All right. I would say among what you're able to pick up here is the equivalent of 5 handfuls of gold.
Okay.
Nice. If we ever get to spend it.
I'm putting it on the. She's been carrying all the
Yeah.
gold. Brings us to seven handfuls. Oh wait, yeah, 7 handfuls and 2 bags.
Yeah. And then I would say, let's say what you actually find. Let me here. What I'm going to do, because we're kind of at the end of the time too, I'm going to go ahead and put like what these are mechanically.
Okay.
And then I think I would love you as the place to kind of think of like what you think they are flavor wise that you'd find given what you've like discovered of the place, and maybe even like that you want to use for your like that you like as far as what you want them to look like for your characters.
Cool.
Here as well, which because I think that's fair as well. I'll put that in Discord in a second. All right. And I think this works good because this also gives a little bit of room for us to mess around with Grim when he comes back. And with that, we will end for this afternoon.
Oh, you're not giving us the list now?
I'm going to in Discord.
Oh, cool.
I
Gotcha.
just have to push it over.
Yeah. Sweet.